It was actually a study done like ages ago, probably in the 80s or maybe the 90s, where they tried to figure out if dream time was the same as real time. And they did this in a sleep lab with lucid dreamers by recording the eye movements of the lucid dreamers who were in like there for their research. And they did this because when you're in rapid eye movement sleep, which is the period of your sleep where you're having like your most vivid dreams. So when you're dreaming, the eye movements that you're making in the dream. So if you look somewhere in the dream, those eye movements directly like correlate with the eye movements that your sleeping body in your bed is making. So if you look somewhere in a dream, your real life body that's sleeping is going to make the same eye movements. So they use this to their advantage, these researchers, to figure out how dream time worked. And basically how they did this was they told the lucid dreamers before they slept a predetermined eye movement they were to make in the dream. And so the lucid dreamers made this eye movement in the dream when they became lucid, and they did like a task like count to 10 or count to 20 or count to 30. And then after they completed the counting or completed the task, they then performed the eye movement again. And so with this, the researchers could go through, because they were like measuring their eye movements in the night, the researchers could go through the next day and look at their eye movements and measure the time between the two eye movements and see if it lined up with like them counting to 10 or them counting to 20, right? And this study basically proved that dream time is the same as real time. Like in this study, they proved that if you count to 10 seconds in a lucid dream, it's basically gonna be the same as just counting to 10 in real life. But hear me out, bro. This study is not the end of like the discussion about like time dilation and spending more time in a lucid dream and changing your perception of time. Because this study, everyone always brings it up when you talk about time dilation, right? Like spending years in a dream or whatever. Everyone always brings up this study like, oh, they proved that dream time's the same as real time, bro. But have you never had a dream that feels like you've been in it for like weeks? Well, I mean, surely you've had a dream at least, bro. Let me know. But surely you've had a dream that feels like you've been in it for at least like several hours. And you don't dream for you dream for like a couple hours every night, maybe. But surely you've had a dream that feels like you've been in the dream for like days or a day or something. This happened to me the other day actually. I was having a dream where I was in like a zombie apocalypse and some woman like lent me her car and I was driving her car through a desert and I fucking crashed in the desert, bro, in the dream. And then I woke up a second later and I was still in the desert. But suddenly all these fake memories started flooding into my brain. All these memories about how I'd been in this desert for like months. And so I've been spending months in this desert now in this zombie apocalypse. And I was like, shit, I've been in this desert for so long and I like found a dog. And anyway, it's a whole fucking thing. It's a whole other story, bro, for another time. But my point is, in this dream, it seemed like I had been in this desert for months, even though the transition was like 1 second. And in that span of 1 second, my brain completely tricked me into thinking I had been here for like 2 months in this desert. So that's the kind of shit your brain can get up to in a dream. Like, it's actually crazy. So while it is not possible to obviously kind of sleep for like 2 years unless you're in a coma, right? It is possible to be in a dream for like 10 minutes maybe, but your brain can trick you into thinking you have been doing something for like an hour or 2 hours or a week or a year, which is a thing that a lot of lucid dreamers actually talk about a lot of the time. And since there's no concrete methods for time dilation and changing your perception of time in a dream, I went and looked on Dream Views, you know, that lucid dreaming forum. I don't know, I've probably told you about it before, this lucid dreaming forum, dreamviews.com, and I started looking at all these time dilation posts and lucid dreamers talking about how they were trying to spend ages in a dream. And I came across this one guy, which I actually made a whole fucking other video about. This guy's like a crazy lucid dreamer, bro. There was this one guy who said he's had dreams where it felt like he spent years in the dream, and he had all these complicated techniques for dilating time in a lucid dream. And he actually has this thing where he often has dreams like every single night where it felt like he was in the lucid dream for like 2 years, bro. 2 years. And not only that, disturbingly, he actually talked about, because you know how most lucid dreamers keep dream journals, right? They'll like write down their dreams every day to help remember their dreams and lucid dreams and whatnot. Instead of having a dream journal for his lucid dreams, this guy had a journal for his real life. He said he had a fucking journal for his real life, bro, because he was spending years in his lucid dreams that every time he woke up, he like forgot shit from his real life. So instead of keeping a dream journal for his dreams, he wrote down things that he had to remember in real life. So when he woke up from spending 2 years in a lucid dream, like he just looked at his journal to remember what he had to do because his brain was fucking fried. And like, I mean, so I don't know if this is real, right? But this is just this guy's experience. And I feel like there's way too many of these lucid dreamers who talk about spending years in a dream for it to be like completely bullshit. Like there's way too many people who talk about it. And I know like all the nerds will bring up that one study I talked about before, but like seriously, everyone's had a dream where they feel like hours have passed or some shit. So it's like, it can be done, but there's no concrete technique for it. But so I've been thinking about this a lot because I was always thinking when I was younger, like how cool would it be to be able to just every night have a lucid dream and just spend a year in a lucid dream just doing fucking whatever you want. Like how sick would that be, bro, if you could just stay in your lucid dream for ages and just stay in there for like weeks, just doing anything and just flying around. And so there was a period where I spent a lot of time thinking about this and thinking about time dilation and how you could spend like years in a dream, right? And I was thinking about all my experiences and other people's experiences with time dilation. Like I mentioned earlier, it seems most people have like false memories. So you've probably had this in a dream before if you pay attention to your dreams, but in a dream you can have this thing where your brain you have a memory of something in the dream which you think happened, but then you wake up and you realize that never fucking happened, bro. I don't know if that's happened to you or if that makes sense, but it's basically like a false memory in the dream. So maybe in a dream you'll come across someone and you have a memory of knowing this person all your life and like meeting up with this person a week ago, and that's normal in the dream, but then you wake up and realize you've never seen this person ever and it was just something your mind made up. I don't know if you've had that, but a lot of people have had that. And the thing with these false memories in a lucid dream, these made up memories are not like normal memories in the real world. They're generally more, I find, like more vivid and more realistic. So when your brain is like flooded with false memories in a dream or a lucid dream, it's kind of like for a second you're actually experiencing it. You're actually in the memory experiencing what's happening because it's much more vivid. So my theory was just like, if you could find a way to reliably induce false memories in a lucid dream, you could essentially just trick your brain into time dilating whenever you want. Because when I had that dream that I was in the desert, as I said, only a 1 second, like there was a 1 second break, and in that 1 second I had a shit ton of false memories about all this stuff I'd been doing in the desert for months, and that completely tricked my brain, and it really felt like I had been in that desert for months. So we need a way to trick your brain and induce false memories in a lucid dream. Quite honestly, I have no idea how to do that. I've been looking into it a lot, but I still can't really figure out a way. I was thinking of just going into a lucid dream and just asking a dream character if they can just give me a false memory, but I don't know if that'll work. Leave me a comment if you've ever had a dream that felt like it's been like weeks or months or just hours in a dream. Maybe you've had that, let me know. Subscribe and join the Discord if you're not already in it. Love you.